Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are to my Virgos. Put on a little bit of eucalyptus and rosemary. Sorry. Usually do this off camera before readings, but I just took a shower, so you know. Gotta put the oils back on, wake up my eyeballs, and get to breathing, and some nice fresh clean air, because we've been forced to wear masks for a while, and that affects our oxygen levels. Anyways, this will be your March reading. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. It could get deep, it could get weird. I just did a reading for Pisces a couple days ago that definitely went there, which I have no problem going there, but I try to not go too deep sometimes because there's a lot of things people just don't know. Anyways, trying to be more consistent with readings. Got my list I wrote. Not sure if that's how readings will go, if this will be March and then this will be April, or if everyone will get two readings for March, because definitely have some time freed up on the weekends now. Blessed for that, considering that's when I actually like to do my readings, and when people have time is on the weekends. Anyways, get into it. That's enough talk in the beginning of your video, Virgo. Some insight, guidance, advice for my Virgos for the month of March. Going to pull you a mystical shaman oracle card for the month of March. Insight, guidance, advice for my Virgos month of March. Oh, one just fell out. I guess that's our answer, huh? Alright. The wind. Information. That's what I'm really feeling this month. Information. Some of you might be coming and going like the wind in other people's eyes from place to place, but I'm really feeling this is information. Receiving a lot of information, transferring a lot of information, knowing a lot of things, going a lot of places. Alright, so we'll get right into your tarot reading now with the Fairy Wicca deck. Insight, guidance, advice. Don't be put by the name of the deck. It's Celtic based. Off a lot of ancient wisdom and tablets and stuff. It's got depth to it. Insight, guidance, advice. That's all. You really need to break stigmas with the word witches and Wicca and paganism, because all that seems good isn't good and all that's bad is not as it seems. A lot of things are mixed up, and we're starting to wonder a bit more, some of us, which is a great thing. Insight, guidance, advice for my Virgos for the month of March. Insight, guidance, advice for the month of March. Got the equinox coming up at the end of your month. There's going to be major things happening. Major events. Major deaths, unfortunately, during the end of March. You'll see those, I'm pretty sure. They won't be able to really keep them too quiet. Insight, guidance, advice. This month of March for my Virgos. 5 of UCs. Yeah, I definitely think you're getting hold of information that you're guided. Of course, you're supposed to know these things that might get you in your feelings. For some of you, it might scare you. For some, this could be about people, places, and things. God. Even. Actually, we're talking about fish and symbolism with my uncle, who has been sharing a lot of truths about what's going on in Ukraine, as have some other people. Information is power. But the fish It's the symbol of the divine. The Hangman. Yeah, a lot of you probably are in a state of not knowing what to do with this information, about this information, not knowing how to feel. Like I said, it's a very confusing time right now. So some of y'all might just be sitting on this information or sitting back processing your feelings about everything that's going on in the world. For some of you, this could just be a relationship that crosses your mind from time to time, whether that be with a parent or a romantic interest. The Holy Stone. So you are protected. What you know won't change that. A lot of you are sitting back wishing for the best. That is the best thing we could do right now. Hope for minimization of loss and hope that, the only things that come to you are what is for you and for your best interest, or what is for humanity in our best interest. Sunchild, yeah. Your happiness. I really feel intuitively guided to say we will win. If you have children, you're probably wanting to know, like most parents, what's the best thing for them, to create a better future for them, a future that they could be happy in. I feel like this is going to happen anyways. We will come together to create a brighter future as a whole. Nothing is going to stop that. That's just the way it is. That's how it will be. And of time, this is your message. If you're worried about the future of society, of children, and don't fear, I'm hearing the fear of atomic warfare. Don't fear that. There's a lot of fear mongering going on and propaganda in the media. Do your research, question everything. It is okay to talk about it with like minds. Don't worry that the FBI is going to show up at your house because you're speaking of secret societies, or even speaking amongst a circle of friends about information that you know and find out. Good to learn more, question more. Keep in mind, some people, I don't know why I'm hearing free radicals, they will get aggressive if you speak anything other than what the narrative in their head is and what they believe. You're protected from that too. You always have the power to walk away or to discern who you should be talking about these things with and who you shouldn't. The enemy is always closer than you think. About on all of you sees. Some of you might want to go see the Pisces reading that I did. This kind of in a way ties into and goes further in depth to the things I was hinting at towards in that video. This is also water energy, Baron Ivishka, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. A lot of you could be receiving this information from that. But overall, if we look at that card as a Pisces, saying again, Pisces, fish god, you were getting messages from a higher place, probably guiding you to talk and create awareness around what is the actual truth. And the truth has always been and will always be protected. I'm hearing to a degree, don't try to go be a hero. Even though sometimes we lose heroes, but their sacrifice does not go in vain. Alright, so we're going to get some clarification on what is here. Why is the 5 of Iska here? It's 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Get one good aerated shuffle. Ooh. Yeah. I literally just saw the Devil and the 5 of Wands. So, yeah, some of you, like I said, there's lots of false narratives and confusion and hostility and chaos that you're probably barely just getting out of or escaping, or that you're finding out the truth about. If you believe in one, you have to believe in the other. Good and evil come hand in hand. I like to explain it as simple as this. Protons and electrons. One doesn't really exist without the other, and then you have neutrons. We're all kind of born neutrons, and over time, we're positively or negatively charged with things based on what we think, our interactions, what we eat, what we give to, what we take from. 5 of Ishka. 5 of Ishka. 9 of Wands. Yeah, some of y'all are... There's a lot. I feel like maybe knowing all this information feels like a burden if you feel like you have to keep it to yourself. The compulsion to keep it to yourself. I really don't want to be blatant to say that is the other side, that like you don't have to keep anything to yourself. Think about the mask. I was thinking earlier, before all this happened, the mask came up. Be quiet. That's what they want you to do. Don't be quiet. Cover up their mouths. Censorship. Don't be worried. There's platforms where you won't be censored. When it's conversations one-on-one with your friends, you won't be censored. If you're worried about censored or losing views for speaking on these things, then maybe, it's just not the fight you're strong enough to take. You don't have to fight the fight if you don't want to. It is a choice. You have free will. The Hangman. The Hangman. The Hangman. 6 of Pentacles. Money. You could find out that the justice system isn't quite fair, that money is being hoarded, all this information. Let's get right to it, cut through the bullshit. A lot of you could find out that what's going on in Ukraine and Russia, and yes, the US does have involvement, we are most definitely involved, has a lot to do with money, old money, and the Rothschilds, however you want to pronounce it. And you could know that information and not know what to do with it, but if you've tried to make international transactions, you've noticed it's no longer letters, but it's numbers. You've seen this change. Some of you know about the banking servers that were in Ukraine. I say were because most of them are rubble now. A lot of what you see in the media, these sad stories. Yes, there's horrible things going on in Ukraine. Yes, we need to send healing energy, but a lot of these sad stories are fake. Some of these photos, if you do facial recognition, you could find tons of articles from major events saying that these people that look exactly the same, because they are the same people, have died. Hired actors, like what happened at the White House. If you look way back to vegan protest, the same guy that's Nordic in the White House smashing, acting crazy, was also the same guy at vegan protest that used to take a big turkey leg and eat it in front of vegans to trigger them, to basically cause something that's supposed to be a peaceful protest to break out into a riot. So the system has legal pretense to bring out the riot squad, which is militarized police, which does break war laws, which is not legal. It is not legal to militarize the police, except for if we are in martial law, which all the documents for martial law have been signed as of years ago. Just because something's implemented doesn't mean they have to come to your door and take action. You've got the Holy Stone, Three of Swords. Yeah, like I said, some of y'all fear being hurt. You're protected. You will not be hurt. Some of you guys just want to protect those that have been hurt and that are hurting right now. We're all trying our best. I'm sorry if you have loved ones in the middle of this. Like I said, I have extended family in the middle of this. Get sleep, get rest, reach out when you can, send good positive vibrations that they'll be okay to them when you can. The Sun Child, Sun Child, Sun Child. Queen of Pentacles. It's definitely your energy. Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This has been a message too that I've been thinking over the past day. Some of us could wake up to lump sums of money in which you do not know where it came from in your banks. You've been blessed. There's been a lot of money locked up, not in circulation, that needs to go in circulation for the economy to not crash and create a Tekken-like world, a world ran by corporations and old money. Spend it wisely. Get what you need. Help people, especially if it's a significant lump sum. That is what it is for. If you're wondering, like, why would someone to help everything around, to help you, to better your life, to help everyone's lives around you. So, that's what it's for. Eight of Time. Page of Pentacles. Money's coming up a lot here. Page of Pentacles. Some of y'all might just receive a message that says that in your email around the same time as this transaction. It could be a lot of small microtransactions. Hi, Samaya Jolsi. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. And then you've got the Baron of Ishka. Yeah. It's definitely going to be an exchange of funds from the higher class to a lower class. Baron of Usish. Two of Swords. Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to receiving a lump sum of money, you don't know where it came from. You're not going to know where it came from. You're going to be blinded to that. It's up to you to discern what you're going to do with it, and if you're going to do good with it. We need people to do good with it. The problem was the people that originally have all this money, and the people that have had, the elite, the rich, not the knowledgeable elite, not talking about the 3 elite, not talking about the number 3 either. If you know, you know. But the rich elite, they haven't been doing right by us with this money. They've been hoarding it. So we're releasing these funds. When I say we, I mean the world. It's a group effort. And please do right by yourself with any information you get or money you get, knowledge you get. Do not be scared. Remember, you're protected.